Hey everyone, John from Beyond ARTV. You guessed it, time for another Problems I Have With type video. It's a little free-form thinking series that I have going on, and I've just had some ideas flowing in my head for a while now, and I'm glad to see the reception that I have seen towards these. And I never intend these as a personal attack. Some of the things that I say, while they may be true, some might take it the wrong way, and I hope that I don't offend you, at least not too much. That's not the goal of these videos. Today I'm going to be talking about Halsey. I hope I'm saying it right this time because the fans tried to crucify me whenever I called her Halsey, or no, I don't even know what it was at this point, I can't remember. That's not important. But there's a lot of things that bother me about her image and just the way that she puts herself out there these days, the way that she's seen online. I feel like it's all just fake. She's trying to play up this huge pseudo deep and intellectual and just very Tumblr-esque movement, and she knows where those fans are. She knows what she can take a hold of, and she does things to not manipulate them, but at the same time make them think that she's just like them, when in reality it's just marketing moves, it seems like to me, and it just seems like people fall for it way too easily. Now, what I'm getting at is her social media presence and the way that she stands up for things. It's almost so easy to just see straight through this. I feel like Halsey has certain views on things because she knows that will go over well with her fan base. Like 10 years ago, it wasn't exactly easy for someone to be bi or come out of the closet as gay, especially 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But now, that's definitely something that's very widely accepted, and in fact, it's very marketable. And I think that that's a good thing to an extent. I think it's great that people can feel good about themselves, but at the same time, I also feel like people like Halsey, play it up just to kind of get the attention going, when in reality, have I ever seen Halsey date anybody other than guys? I understand people like Billy Joe Armstrong, of Green Day. He's married to a woman and he proclaims himself to be bisexual. But at the same time, it's like she plays it up a lot. And that just kind of gets under my skin. I never really hear Billy Joe talking out about it, or if you like who you like, and it doesn't define your music, it doesn't define who you are as a person. You're much more than that. And I think that that's what bothers me, is the fact that she talks about it so often and kind of hints at it. And it's like Demi Lovato hinting at it in her Cool for the Summer thing. And it's because it's the popular thing to do now, is to discuss that. I feel like she puts more focus, Halsey that is, I feel like she puts more focus on her social media presence and just the way that she looks and conducts herself than she does her music. And that's another thing that drives me insane. It's style over substance all day long. Her music is mediocre at best, yet people praise her like it's this groundbreaking and earth-shattering music that it's just not. Her fans and her stans, which I just had to Urban Dictionary recently, and whoa, didn't know, had no idea, but now I understand why things get so intense whenever I talk about certain fan bases. Halsey has another one of those crazy, ballistic fan bases that will just try and I'm sure that they're going to do it to this video, and that's fine. Keep in mind, guys, all you're doing, for me, stirring up traffic. Thanks. Smart marketing move on my part, right? But what I'm getting at here is that she has such a crazy fan base, and they just eat up her music like it's just this fresh and original content that's never been done before. But really, it's just playing off of the successes of earlier styles of electro pop and indie music and new wave. And in reality, it's nothing new at all. In fact, the majority of her music is very, very bland. She has some decent songs. I'll give her that. I enjoy Colors. I thought Roman Holiday was fantastic. If you don't believe me, I included it on my top 50 songs of 2015 list, which just goes to show you that I admit whenever an artist puts out things that are good or great, awesome, something I'm in love with, and I can also admit whenever they do things that I don't like. People like Tom DeLonge, that was my last video, the subject of my last Problems I Have With. I love the music that he's a part of, but I don't like him. And with Halsey, I like some of the songs that she's a part of, but I don't like the image that goes with it, the pseudo deep and intellectual thing I was talking about. And I feel like she kind of just runs in circles with what she does, and her fans just kind of go for it. I think it's bland music that's presented to us as something fresh. It's like you can dress up a corpse all you want, but you still know that the person is dead at the end of the day. Her voice is really strong. I've heard her in live settings that are really, really good. I've also heard some bad ones, which we'll get to in just a second, but I've heard her performing some of her older stuff from her old EPs live, and it sounds really good. I saw a video that a fan shot of her singing I Miss You at a fan meetup back when she was just known by Ashley Nicole Frigapane, I think that's how you pronounce her last name. And I thought she did a good job with that track. It's one of my favorite Blink tunes, and she did a good job covering it. But then we hear modern Halsey trying to be super, super edgy, just like she's always trying to be. And it's like attaching a razor blade to a kitten. You know it's still soft and furry, but you're just trying to make it something else, like a lion, even though you know it's not, and it's not really gonna hurt. Love Yourself by Justin Bieber is the cover that she performed in the live lounge on BBC. And I'm just gonna have the balls to say it. I'm gonna be ballsy, unlike Halsey, because her cover fucking sucked.
Cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and fuck yourself.
How can you put that out and you be proud of that? Because she has a strong voice. But putting out a cover like that, trying to change it up, make it all like super, super moody and edgy and just different, and you should go and fuck yourself. Just had to throw that in there, didn't you? Had to change it up and had to be risky with that move. Oh man, I bet that was a tough sell. These days, people will allow anything just to get people talking, and I felt like that's all it was, and I feel like that's what Halsey is in general. A publicity stunt trying to get people talking about her. It worked. It worked. And it's just crazy to me how big she's gotten when in reality, it's kind of like Fantano gave in his little demonstration. Sugarcoat it all you want, I'm not swallowing this pill. This was problems I have with Halsey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. By no means was it meant as a personal attack, and just to clarify, I hate that I even have to make this clarification, but no, I'm not condemning anybody's sexuality or saying that they should be embarrassed of it and hide it. It's just that I kind of hate whenever it gets used as a marketing tool to sell things because it's so widely accepted. It's just like 10 years ago, you would have never done this. A record label would have never promoted this 20 years ago, maybe even, but now you want it and you want to play it up even more. I'm sure it's not all Halsey. A lot of it is probably label politics and promoters and everything that goes into it. So whenever I make these videos, keep in mind that I'm not just coming down on the artist, it's everyone surrounding them as well. They play into it and they factor in. Don't forget to hit the like button here, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing more of these videos in the future along with my track reviews, music news, 7 on Sunday, things like that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you very soon on Beyond ARTV.